In today's trending topics, what you see isn't always the truth. From Tom Hanks to Taylor Swift, AI can make anyone say and do things that they don't do, and it's creating dangerous consequences. This week, pornographic pictures of Taylor Swift flooded the internet. The images are not real. They were created by artificial intelligence. The photos showed the singer in sexually explicit positions. Social media platform X removed the pictures, but not before they were viewed tens of millions of times. Concerns are also growing about AI-generated images and videos being used in this year's presidential election to disrupt the vote. Joining us now to discuss more about recent AI deepfakes and the power of automation is Dr. Patrick Dix. Thank you so much for joining us to break this down today. Will you first start off by explaining what exactly a deepfake is, and then talk about the dangers that they are posing to us all today?
Well, thank you for having me. One of the first things is deepfakes are not new. Deepfakes actually were coined back in 1997. Video rewrite is the first instance of using software to manipulate someone's voice or image for films. And deepfakes, the coin actually was coined in 2017. And I've been around them since 2017 and 2018 when I was in my program. And the thing about deepfakes is they're going to get more sophisticated. They're going to be more untraceable. So we all have to stay vigilant and be aware of deepfakes. And anyone besides celebrities can be a victim of a deepfake.
Yeah, I think that is, the most concerning thing is that this can happen to anyone. Will you talk about how people can spot the difference between a deep fake and what's the real thing? Just give us some tips for what to look for.
Well, you can look at the visualization. When I say visualization, look at the actual image, look at the ridges of it. And deepfakes are not only just images, they're voice. This past weekend, they actually had a deepfake that was calling in New Hampshire during the primaries that was telling voters not to vote. And it was President Joe Biden telling residents not to vote, but to vote in November. So not only is it visual, it's the actual voice. The voice sounds very robotic. If you listen closely, it sounds robotic and it does not pronounce all the words. Just like people use it on TikTok videos to go over the videos, it does not sound normal. And in the images, look for the visualizations. Look to see if the image is polished. Those are the best ways to spot if you have a deepfake image or if the actual voice is a deepfake.
Yeah, something that I've seen is, check if someone's hands have all the fingers, little tiny details that AI will eventually get better at. We talk about what the future looks like with this kind of advanced technology where anyone can virtually create anything. What are the biggest risks here?
Well, you mentioned earlier the political realm we're living in. With the big elections coming up in November and with the primaries still going on, with the aspects of relation to that, we can have people generate images of false places to vote to, false images of election results. And also in the future, the images are going to get more sophisticated. Technology evolves every day, and the more sophisticated it gets, it's going to be harder to spot these, And that's why the White House must take administrative and immediate action to make it a federal crime, because the White House right now has the power to regulate and enforce a land amongst all 50 states to say deepfakes are a federal crime, and if you create them, we will prosecute you.
Well, we've seen the trouble that the government has had in reining in social media companies when nothing is done for years and years. So hopefully action is taken now to not only protect people's privacy, but also to protect our elections and our democracy. Dr. Patrick Dix, thank you so much for joining us to discuss today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.